Let's go.
Yo, it's been a minute. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the It Gets Deep podcast. We took a little hiatus, but now we back up in it like we never left. Thank y'all for joining us. I got Chanel, we got Yams, and I got my dog Darnell. We in the building. It's about to go up. I ain't did no sound effects either. Let me see what sound effects I got here. What sound effects do I got? Where's the let's see, which one is it? Is it this one?
I don't know what that is. Oh no! What did I just
do? All right, turn that off. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome to the show. If you coming in the building, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, get the people in the building so they can join this conversation. I know y'all want to hear our input. We've been talking about this in the group chat for about a month now. Ever since they didn't drop Like That, then Drake came back out with the push-ups. J. Cole apologizing. Still breaks my soul, but I understand where he had to go.
It might have been a smart move at this point.
It was a smart move. It was definitely a smart move. This is chess, not checkers.
Bro. He destroyed his credibility.
It definitely destroyed his credibility. It's credibility. But after the results of everything, it kind of I'm saying this, it destroys all of their credibility. Because they were just dropping shit without any receipts. Well, not the I can't say that. You can't say that word. It's not the Drake stuff. That's the exception, because that's a nice track record. That's easily picked up. You can see him kissing that 17-year-old girl on stage. Yeah.
I mean, why is 17-year-old there to begin with? That's my problem.
I blame the parents.
If it's not
really the parents' fault. I mean, that's the thing. Drake's not gonna know how old she is. It's just that why is the 17-year-old there to begin with? You know, that's the parents. Her dad apparently allegedly brought her there.
Yeah, she's a Drake fan. She's gonna be there. It's not like it was.
Oh yeah, I mean, I will say okay. That's like all right, an isolated incident, but
that's very isolated.
There are other incidences, so I can't.
I mean, she got on stage. He was like, "How old are you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm 17." Everybody heard in the crowd. He's like, "Okay, that's fine." And he kept going anyway. Y'all ain't seen the video? I wish I could pull it up. My internet trash.
I've seen enough.
Yeah.
Well, even aside from that one, I mean, there's just other egregious examples of.
Yeah, even in the lyrics, people start dissecting his lyrics like it was R. Kelly. Man, it was pulling them apart.
Hey, he said if he's old enough to cross the street, she's old enough to get hit. That's what he said.
No.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
That's not Darnell saying that, y'all. So
that's not me. That's not my words.
It's not Darnell. That's Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy said that.
BBL Drizzy.
Sound effect you should have.
I need to get that sound. BBL Drizzy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me hit let's go ahead and start the show. What this show gonna be up? Is that me? Oh yeah, that's me. Turn that down. We got one person in the building. We need to get some more people in the building. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let people know that we live. Let's get people in the building so we can start this conversation. I know we've been gone for a while. People ain't getting them notifications.
No, we're 2 people away from 60.
2 people away from 60. Get us to 60 subscribers.
Ooh.
Bro, that is so
I hope y'all not up on this panel and ain't subscribed to the show. That'd be very, very upsetting. That is very, very. You see, Yam's laughing because she ain't subscribed yet.
I'm pretty
How
sure.
dare you, ma'am?
I'm pretty sure.
You pretty sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't like the confidence within that. All right. Welcome to the It Gets Deep podcast. I'm your humble host, Tope. And we're going to be talking about these Kendrick versus Drake beef. Some of the things that were said in there. In the comment sections that blew up. on Instagram, on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, maybe even TikTok. I don't be on TikTok like that.
Oh, it's all over TikTok.
I bet it's all over TikTok.
I went down a whole rabbit
hole. TikTok about to be canceled. So.
For now. For now. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Oh, they got Mel in the building. Mel, you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. I'll add you in once you're ready, Mel. Just give me a thumbs up. So yeah, let's start by chronologizing exactly what happened. Where did everything start? Where did the beef start?
You tell me. You don't rap on the story over here.
Nigga, I know. I really
don't know. Apparently, it's before the song came out. Apparently,
yeah. I'm guessing when what was it called? Collard Greens came out.
Collard Greens.
The Collard Greens.
Like Schoolboy Q.
No, not Collard Greens. Schoolboy Q. It's the song with
Control.
Control.
Yeah, that's like 10 years ago though.
Yeah, we talking about right now. I'm talking about the most recent shit. So I guess it would be starting with first person shooter. It would start with first person shooter.
Did it really though?
I mean, allegedly.
Apparently it's been before that.
Yeah, it started like 10, 11 years ago, but I'm saying like what really triggered
what ignited it?
Yeah, what was the final straw that broke the Kendrick's back?
Oh.
First person shooter was not a diss track though. It wasn't like
it wasn't, but it's the way they went about it. It kind of came off as a diss track.
Okay, well then please enlighten me on how they went about it. I'm not
because he was invited to be on that song.
Yeah, he said no.
Down.
And he declined.
He turned it down.
Where's the beef at?
And then when you listen to it and the way they kind of like rap on the song, it's kind of like a slight at Kendrick.
How?
Where's the slight at? He decided not to be on there. I can't
And they still like included him. So
they did include him in it too.
Being in the top 3. I don't see where the diss came from.
This why. Ego.
Well, yeah, but I don't feel like that was like intentional or like provoked. I feel like Kendrick just took his opportunity to claim the throne. Like, nah, y'all clicking up. I'm the best. I'm top. This is why.
Exactly. That's part of the beef. That's why I brought first person shooter. They still brought him up, and he don't like that shit. He don't like that shit. It's only one GOAT in his eyes. It ain't no big 3. It's just Big Me. That's it.
It's still not a diss though. Like,
that's not necessarily saying it's a diss. It's more so saying he don't fuck with y'all niggas like that. And then he addressed it in like that. If you listen to like that, he addressed it. He said he even brought up the song First Person Shooter.
Yeah,
but I don't see how you can diss somebody by giving them a compliment. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like I
don't think it was like
what are they supposed to say? Oh, Kendrick better than us? Like what are you supposed to say? Yeah, oh yeah, Kendrick better than us. So we're pretty good too.
We're okay. We do a little bit.
See, I'm not communicating. I've been gone for too long. I ain't communicating. This is exactly what I'm trying to get at right here. Y'all got to look at it from a competitive rapper's mind and not a fan's mind. Don't conversations talking about the big 3. Ain't no big.
If that's the case, then how come this hasn't started when he got to mainstream fame? That should have started then. He should have been shitting.
It was. They just didn't want. They didn't take the bait back then. Like you said, we was talking about Control, and it was other songs. That Kendrick
even that, I don't think. Even when he in Control, I still think that was just a verse saying, "Hey, these are the top rappers, but I got love for y'all, but I want to be better than y'all, I'm gonna prove it." But that's not no beef. That's just saying y'all good, but I want to be the best.
Yeah, that's far different from a beef.
And we talked about it in a group chat too. Like I was trying to figure out exactly like when did Drake talk about his family at a point where he had to start revealing all that shit about Drake.
Honestly,
you know what I'm saying? All Drake said in Pusha was, "I got bodyguards around me like I'm Whitney." That was a double entendre, just referencing the movie.
He was also referencing that your girl was like fucking with some other dude.
His boy.
Because the bodyguard because she was with the bodyguard in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't get that reference?
I haven't seen the bodyguard.
No, you might be too young. Yeah,
I've seen. Wasn't Denzel the bodyguard or some shit?
No, it was a white dude. What's his name? Damn, what was his name?
What was the movie where Denzel was like a preacher and he died?
The Preacher's Wife?
Yeah, that's what it was. Wasn't she in that?
He didn't die though. Did he?
No, Kevin Costner. That's what I'm thinking of. Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston were in the bodyguard.
Oh shit. Well, I guess I ain't seen the movie.
That might be a little bit before your time.
I'd rather watch other movies.
I think I'm the oldest one on the panel. So
yeah, you old fart.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch other movies. It's more interesting than the
Preacher's Wife.
Look, man, in 1992, 93, that was like the shit. All right. So like
you can't say it's not interesting if you didn't watch it.
I did watch it on Hallmark when it came. not by choice. It just came up on Hallmark one day. And there I was watching The Bodyguard or The Preacher's Wife, whatever the fuck it was. I didn't go out of my way to watch those movies. It's not a Friday activity to me.
Huh? That's classic.
You know what?
Waiting to exhale. Oh yeah, you dirty. You better not throw that up here. All you bitches the same.
Boomerang or
Boomerang.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing. Those movies had the best soundtracks, man.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie, like those soundtracks were, bro. Yeah, they were like top selling albums in their own right, bro. Like
they still get played today.
You're not gonna get that anymore.
So yeah, back to the topic, man. So the biggest thing that we want to talk about is some of the stuff that came up. Rick Ross, Kendrick calling Drake white boy. It was cool.
He didn't call him white boy. Ross called him white boy. Kendrick just said, "Do you feel black enough?" I don't want you to misquote people. I'm sorry. I want to keep you accurate.
He was.
Go say it.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, my bad. That's my son. Hey, go to your room.
Oh, he's good. Okay. I thought it was somebody had sound effects. Yeah, they called him white boy. And what is more so referencing he ain't black enough, right?
No.
Okay, Chanel, go ahead. Tell me.
No.
Tell me. No, go.
Rick Ross has called him the white boy. Kendrick did not call him a white boy. Kendrick referenced the fact that he is not a part of the culture. He is still black. He is biracial. His father is black. He is by definition a black man, but he is not a black American man. And being black and American is different from being half black, raised by a Jewish mother in Canada. The cultural experience is much, much different. So Kendrick speaking on "Do you feel black enough?" is not him targeting his race. He's targeting his cultural experience. Like, he does not have the experience of a black American man.
So him saying, "I don't want to hear you say nigga no more," ain't calling him white.
He didn't say, "I don't want to hear you say it no more." It makes me cringe. He said some shit is cringe.
His angle.
I don't know. I feel the same way about British saying this.
Have you ever heard, like, I got this light skinned girl I know, when she grew up around white people, when she say nigga, it is cringy, bro. Like, I don't like it. Yeah. I tell her that every time, like, bro, that shit just sound weird when you say it. Like, I don't really get that with Drake all the time, but I seen the little clips where he said it with the hard R. That's cringy. I feel it.
I think even with Rick Ross, it's like they're saying the same point, but they're just using the fact that he is mixed and calling him white boy just as that's the way I can get that joke off. But the same point is, like they're saying, you're a culture. You're here, benefiting off of black culture, especially black American culture, and doing all these things when you're really not about it, or you're just
don't speak up.
What is Canadian culture? Because American hip hop influences plenty of cultures around international.
That's true.
So what would have been an acceptable way of him going about things?
It's not that. Like, I think Kendrick kind of spoke to it on Not Like Us, when he's like, you think you being in Atlanta makes you like one of them, right? Like, Lil Baby, 21, and a lot of rappers that he's collaborated with, they have lived that life or experienced it or been close to it. You grew up in Canada. You were on a show, it's like you were a childhood star on a show. Like, you didn't live that, like started from the bottom. That's a cute song, but did you really? Like you don't, you rap about experiences that you don't have and haven't even been in close proximity to, and you kind of profit off the culture without, as he put it, being an advocate or activist for the culture. So like Kendrick is very much a Black activist. So, and then you say things like you rapping like you're trying to get the slaves free. Who the fuck would say that in a song? Like who? Like why would you even say that?
You don't think that's funny though?
Like that. That was funny, bro.
That was pretty funny.
Black, y'all. I'm Black, y'all. I'm blickety black, y'all. I'm Black, y'all. I'm Black.
Yeah,
y'all.
but I won't say Drake is in a catch-22, right? Because like, let's say if he's doing all that, right? Oh, now you're trying too hard. But like, if he was pandering to white people all the damn time, like, oh, you're not one of us. So it's like, there's no winning when you're biracial. There's no winning.
But not necessarily. Like, I think it's certain
that's not true.
Who pander
they
to
biracial.
Really pander to their Black side when it's a convenience to them. Like, so when they can be the only one in the room that can say the N-word, they're, oh, I'm Black. But any other time, like when you're in your white spaces or you're in your spaces where you're not necessarily within the culture or around people like you, that's not what you're claiming. That's not like you're trying to be the furthest from that. But it's only the vulture part is when you're benefiting from it and when you can be in these spaces and say, okay, I can do this, this, and this. That's when it's actually a problem because you're going to these different types of culture and you're taking from it, and you're doing it just not because you care about it, not because you really put yourself in it and want to learn about it and like do it in a different way. It's all for self-benefit.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. The things that like a lot of these rappers talk about, are those things that you actually want to do? Like, do I want to be gang banging? Do I want to be selling drugs? Do I want to be around that? Right? There's more than one way to be Black. And the thing is think like y'all putting Blackness in this very rigid box, particularly for Black males and rappers.
It's not that, and I completely agree with you there. But it's those rappers that talk about that, usually, not all the time, a lot of times have experienced that. So they're speaking on experiences that they've actually witnessed.
Not like, really.
But when
a lot of them have.
Some of them rappers be telling somebody else's story.
Or shooting people,
but that's
like
witnessing somebody else's story. Whether you're the one who the trigger.
The whole point of being a rapper is you are essentially a poet where you could tell somebody else's story, right? But it's how you go about it. If you present yourself as like that's legit your story, then that's a problem.
Well, when do you hear Drake talk about like being a gangster, shooting people, selling drugs, anything? Like the most I hear him talk about when he get on the gangster shit is, oh, I'm mob tied. I got mob ties.
Yeah,
I got people there to do this. I'm locked in with these people, and that's true. Honestly, it is true. But I don't see him making up stories about selling drugs or being some like.
No. And then the other part of it is when y'all talking about him culture vulturing, nobody would know anything about UK drill if it wasn't for Drake. Like, let's be honest. He brought Skrillex and a whole bunch of other niggas over here.
That don't take away the fact that he went over there and took like, oh, I like this.
He brought them along. They would like that
that's
culture.
Fine. I fuck with it, but it is. Yeah. I mean, you can say it's culture vulturing. You can say it. I wouldn't, but.
I mean, that's like
expanding your palette as an artist. You can't just sit in one box, though. That's what I'm saying. Like you can experiment with shit. I would consider that culture vulture. I can see if it's culture vulture and if he kind of like watered it down. He only did it like a couple songs and he had them featured on it.
Oh, it's Beyonce's country album. Is that culture vulturing?
She's from Houston.
She's from Texas.
You can be from Texas, still not in the country culture.
Do you know where country originated?
Y'all already done said that you gotta be from America in order to be hip hop, basically.
Well, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is so there's certain, what is that? I can't think of his name. He's a rapper. He's half Black, but like
Logic
is
Logic, J. Cole.
Are y'all saying Logic is half?
All right, no. Able to say the N-word.
Yeah, Logic is half Black.
Logic couldn't say the N-word around me.
Like, he did. And the funny thing is, Logic did it on one of his albums. He's like, "Y'all want to hear me say nigga?"
Yeah, that shit.
Okay, I'm gonna say it.
And was that cringy? That was cringy as fuck, bro.
Turn this shit off. Get this shit off this dirty fucking. He can't say nigga around me. No.
Say nigga around me.
Hold on, Cam, let Yam get her point out though.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, she's right.
Difference. It's like there's different ways. So we're not saying because he's trying to be like gangster or talk about hood things and stuff, because the Black experience is varied. And no matter whether you accept it or not, there's different ways you will have the Black experience, whether in your head you're seeing like I'm getting treated like this because I'm Black or because where I came from. But it's very different when you have a Black or a mixed child that's raised in a white environment. So you're nowhere adjacent to the different aspects of the culture. If you're not one of those people who's going to accept the culture, you're going to accept who you are until it's convenient to the point to be like, hey, I'm Black too, guys. Let me take this from here. Let me profit off of this from here. It's not saying he's trying to just be gangster and all these different things. He's literally colonizing. What do colonizers do? They go to different lands and they
go to America, damn it.
And call the stuff they're taking that like it's their own vibe or it's their own flow. Is he's going to these different places. This is not where what he grew up around or in, and he's taken from it and he's doing it in a way that is not in an appreciative form. It's not like he's really immersed in it or trying to learn it for your own benefit, and that's where the problem comes from.
What's an example of that?
Example of what?
What you just
him
said.
colonizer.
Like, so when he goes in and when they talk about like him going into his Caribbean flow, or all of a sudden him and his Jamaican accent dropping patois here and there and stuff like that. But you really like, it's just like, oh, let me learn Bumbleclot real quick and eat beef patties, and now this is my life.
But they say they got a lot of Jamaican influence.
We gotta realize, like, most Canadian Blacks are from the Caribbean, so like you can't say he hasn't been around it.
That's the thing, is not him. We're talking about him specifically.
Okay, so I'm talking about Toronto, the Greater Toronto area.
So would I be wrong when we've lived in other states, and when I get to that other state, I end up learning a slang? Am I wrong for using a slang?
No.
So if he's around a bunch of Jamaicans, how is he wrong for using their words and slang?
It's all about the experience and how you present yourself throughout. So it's just.
But who are you to say what his experience was or wasn't?
That's what I'm confused on too.
I honestly don't even know what Drake real boy sound like. I really don't know. Like, I don't know if he talk his regular talk. Is he talking Jamaican? Do he like? I don't. No. I really. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know. I wouldn't know, honestly. I don't know if because he talk different every other year. He got some type of different dialect or something. I'm like, so I wouldn't know.
I didn't even know I didn't know he was using the word Crody until Kendrick came out with the song. I didn't even know. I still don't know.
That's the name of his cat.
Huh?
That's the name of his cat.
Crody's a cat.
This nigga has a cat.
Crody's a cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought he called people Crody though.
I ain't never heard that shit till
Kendrick said it. Crody.
Oh.
It could be an expression of some sort, but his cat's name is Crody.
I heard Drake say, "What's up, Crody?" Like Brody. I'm guessing he's changing the B. He's a Crip or something. Is that the gangster part of him now? I
don't know, bro.
Could be.
He's rolling 60 or something.
Could be.
I don't know.
I think it comes down to like it's all subjective. Like everybody's gonna have an opinion about it. Maybe people who are close to him and know his intentions, they might not feel like it's appropriation. They might feel like, oh, that's his experience. Like that's just an accent he inherited, or you know what I'm saying. But I know for certain people, his nemesis Kendrick, it doesn't come off as authentic. It doesn't come off as genuine. It seems like it's forced, or it's a moment and like, oh, let me take a little bit of that and use that here and profit off of it and then move on to the next thing.
But that's part of being like a top billing artist. You gotta break.
I'm not knocking that.
Bring a new sound every now and then. Nobody like who still listens to the baby.
Baby still go crazy though.
He does, but nobody's really going after to listen to because it's the same flow every single song.
But is this a music battle or was this a hip hop battle? This was a hip hop beef. So this was.
I'm not talking about the beef. We talking about his overarching.
Oh, I'm not knocking him for dipping into other genres. That's smart business. That's
part of that's part of being a colonizer. You're saying he dipped into other people's
other
subcategories.
So every successful artist was a colonizer.
Basically,
that's
Michael Jackson.
Are you just at least
went down to Brazil?
Intimating that every single artist
was dancing down in the favelas.
so therefore they're colonizers. I mean,
some artists they do their own thing. Like Kanye West do his own shit. Like he'll go find some new shit that ain't never been done before. Like Prince would do some shit like that where it's just new shit that they just make up their own shit. But most artists, they work with other people, they take from other people, which I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like in most music, 90% of music other than rap, it's totally acceptable to work with somebody else and get ideas from other people. But just in rap where it's just like it's an issue.
So y'all not gonna listen to One Dance no more?
I love One Dance. I love that album. That's so classic. No, I think too, you gotta think about how hip hop was created and how it started. Like there's not a lot of things that Black people get to own. There's not a lot of spaces that are just for, and hip hop is not just for us. I'm not knocking the fact that hip hop is universal. There's Asians, there's Europeans, there's South Americans. Like everybody has a taste of hip hop, but hip hop was born in the Bronx. The birthplace of hip hop was the Bronx, and that community of Black folk created that. And so it's almost an art that you want to protect, because we've seen all other spaces. We've seen jazz, we've seen country, we've seen blues go away, or now anybody can do any of the genres now, and it's not something we can protect anymore. So Kendrick is one of those kind of purists who is like, this was ours. And so it feels like for him, and it's objective and it's subjective and it's his opinion, but it feels like you're a culture vulture. It feels like this half-white, Jewish-raised Canadian is trying to come here and profit and colonize and steal our culture, and now he's the top artist across genres.
Jewish race.
His mom.
I know his mom is Jewish, but when y'all say Jewish race, he was going to. Well, not it's not. It's called a.
I'm speaking to his mother's culture.
Well, if he raised with his mom and his mom's side of the family, they are Jewish. I mean, you might not be going. I don't know if he was going to church every Sunday, but that's all his mom and them would know is the Jewish. They wouldn't know nothing else. So everything they eating is going to be Jewish. How Jewish was
he raised? Is what basically what I'm asking.
I know he
was. We don't know that. We just know that his mom's Jewish.
I'm saying his experience is not going to be the experience that a Black mom raising her children. He's not going to have that
in a Jewish neighborhood. Did he grow up in a Black neighborhood and his mom just happened to be Jewish?
I don't know.
Out for having sexual relations with an American Black man.
Wait, what?
I mean, how's that going to happen if you're just Jewish Canadian, and like how are you going to end up with a Black American man? Like how's
we talked out of it
in the 80s, by the way.
I feel like it's a lot of speculation. We're assuming that he was raised in a nice Jewish home.
I didn't say he was raised in a Jewish nice home. I didn't say he was raised. I said he was raised by a Jewish mother.
Mm-hmm. But was that in the Black community?
No.
No.
Yam said no. I go with Yam.
How do you know that, Yam?
How do you know that?
Was it grew up in a Black community? That's part of Drake.
How do you know these things?
Because if you
who I got winning. Come on, man. Kendrick won because Drake went on a fucking PR campaign. Come on, man. We already know this.
Yeah, Kendrick won because his delivery was just better.
Yeah, Kendrick won.
Joe Budden said it best. How Drake go for wanting all the smoke to eventually be saying, "Look, man, I'm tired of this. I'm done." No, man, keep that same energy.
Do y'all?
Well, no, that's the thing. Actually, Drake did grow part of his life in Memphis, though.
No, he spent summers out there sometimes.
Yeah, so like it wasn't like he was just devoid of Black people, Black American culture.
But that's like
say this, man.
Memphis is pretty rough. So like, I don't think he was actually, going to private schools and shit.
I got Kendrick winning, but I don't like it. I think Drake should have came way harder than Paulus.
No, did he?
No. Yeah, Kendrick won, especially with that last song. That shit.
That shit. I still be.
Me too, bro.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Hey, I was watching the Casanova. He was like, "Man, I want a crib walk so bad.
Yeah.
I want a crib walk." He started throwing like Naruto hand signs, trying
to. That's crazy because I can't wait to hear that when I go out.
Can I ask y'all something?
Of course.
Nope.
Did y'all hear? Which one did y'all hear first? I know the order in which they were released, but which did you hear first? Did you hear Family Matters or did you hear Meet the Grams first?
I heard Family Matters. I heard them in order. I was up.
Yeah,
I heard Meet the Grand.
Dontrell's posting it in the chat as they drop.
Okay.
I woke up at 4 a.m.
I was playing it on the big TV in the living room, bro. And then I ain't gonna lie, when Kendrick dropped the other one, I was like, this shit boring. I was drunk. I was like, this shit boring as hell. I had to keep going back to Family Matters.
Bro, why the fuck are y'all up so late?
Because I think
I'm young and I be going out.
Back 3 kids at home.
Was that a weekday though? Was that Friday or Saturday or something like that?
No, that was Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah, I was out.
Oh, that's probably why y'all was up. Yeah, okay. I didn't
get home till super late.
I woke up to feed the baby, and then I was like, "Oh gosh, he dropped another song." I didn't even realize like that Drake had already dropped
all the tea.
Drake grew up having to help.
Look, straight from the other room. Drake grew up having to help his mom pay rent. You know he the #1 fan too.
Oh my gosh, sorry. Fun fact.
That sounds like a Black experience. LOL. It does.
Do you know how much we argued last week? Going back and forth.
John, who won, John?
Kendrick.
Jonathan, who won?
Barely won.
I bet you he say Drake.
I was like, I can't argue with you about this. You don't get it. But we literally argued all last week about this rap beef.
Hey, but all right. I'm gonna go back, but like, all right. So even the bullshit he was talking about, like, if he's saying like the little girl, like he got a daughter, that shit fake. Y'all don't care. That shit still hit.
Time out.
The whole thing is, one, social media found her, so if that's really her, that's crazy. But two, you already hid one kid, so like everything that Kendrick said about Drake, there's literally a whole history of him doing these things prior. So you can't even be like, oh, he lying, because just like. The last person you said was lying, and you actually had a son. We actually seen.
Well, he never said he was lying.
He never hit. Like, how's he hiding them though?
Yes, I'm saying I had a kid in this.
He never disowned them.
Yeah.
No,
because you don't know about it doesn't mean that I'm hiding them.
Well, technically, the grapevine for the first one, he wasn't taking care of him until he got revealed for real.
Okay,
then,
I mean, I'm not gonna speculate. Maybe
he wasn't advertising his kid.
Hiding is more if you're not taking care of them either.
Because I'm a firm believer that kids shouldn't be on
social media.
On social media regardless at all.
Blame them though. Like you don't have to show them, but do you just say I don't like? Do you just not say like, that's like being married and your wife never tells anybody that she's married? She's just walking around the world and everybody thinks she's single.
Trying to keep her private life private.
Yeah,
like it's not private, but
I didn't know Kendrick had a fiance until this beef.
I did, but
I didn't know he had 2 kids.
I did.
But, I knew he had one.
I
didn't know he was engaged since 2015. That's crazy.
That's
crazy. That wedding ain't happening, bro. About that.
How long y'all go without getting that ring? I'm sorry. How long y'all going being engaged? Ain't like he ain't got the money to do a wedding.
There's some people who go a long time.
No, I'm talking about marriage. So I ain't talking about a wedding. I'm talking about just marriage.
How long you gonna be engaged to somebody before y'all have to get married?
I've heard.
What does it really change?
Law.
Yeah, they getting half your shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if I was rich like that, I would take my time too. Shit.
Hey, I mean, I don't blame the guy. I mean, shit.
Can I just piggyback to the conversation though, because I got ADHD, y'all, and I'm gonna lose my train of thought if I'm
right,
this. No, with the child thing, I would respect Drake's point of view more if like Kendrick didn't lie about him having a daughter, right? If your team fed him information. You can't feed someone false information and then be like, ha, you're a liar. It's not lying if he was operating off information that he thought he had. That's A. B,
well, he didn't research it. That's the thing.
Right. B, if you did feed him this information that you knew he would use in a song against you, why not have proof of that? I feel like at this point, the burden of proof is on Drake.
I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, niggas could say wild shit. Like no Vaseline was just wild. Niggas just got away with it.
So no Vaseline like, hey, this nigga gay. This nigga gay. He stole your money and he fucked your bitch. This nigga gay. That's the whole no Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
So what would be the proof that he would provide, Chanel?
That's what I'm saying. Because if I was beefing with a nigga, I'm not finna go do all that.
you would have the receipts of you setting it up. It could be screenshots or timestamp text messages. Like, yeah, like, you can blur out names. You don't want.
Hey, that'd be a crazy. That'd have been a crazy cover art to have a proof as a cover art.
That's I was waiting for the receipts to drop.
Just like Kendrick in his drops, he like in one song he mentioned something, and then the next song was the precursor to what he said in the song before. So it's like, oh snap, 616 is like the time he said this, and now we're getting this. It's like Drake could have easily said some shit in the previous song because he knew if he knew they fed him this.
Well, the hint was the hint yams was the whole Chinese restaurant. Kendrick mentioned New Ho Ming in Euphoria, right? And then when Drake drops Family Matters, that video, they are in New Ho Ming having a meeting.
Yeah, but that has nothing.
That was like one of the hints that he fed him information.
But
where's the proof of the information being fed? Like,
I would have been way more explicit with it, man. I'm not saying trying to,
I know, I get that. I'm saying that's just like one of the hints that you could provide speculation that he did feed him information because that restaurant won. Let's be honest, that restaurant won.
Up. But I think really that was really more towards because when they were saying about Drake getting his watch or whatever snatched in the area of that restaurant, and Kendrick alluded to that restaurant, kind of like, we know like about that situation and what happened near there, and you're going back to the restaurant, kind of like we in this spot now, like whether like, what happened, what that is. I feel like that fits more than just this is the meeting of me telling him, because in the time frame he dropped it, there's no way somebody just like it doesn't add up for you. We told you that. It was just like you're a liar and we fed you that information because that's all you could say because you really had nothing else. But nobody believed because it's not. But
neither one of them provided receipts, and that's another thing though. Yeah, we were asking Drake to provide a receipt that he gave him fake information, but all Kendrick did was speak on it.
So I'll say this. I'll say this though with Kendrick. Kendrick clearly is like he's not trying to attack the kids, right? So I told Jonathan this too. I'm like, if the alleged daughter exists and it's been a secret for 11 years, there's a good goddamn reason why, and it might be for the safety of said child or parent. And I don't think Kendrick would go that low. You see, even in Meet the Grams, like he's speaking to
lower.
Out of respect,
but the way he speaks to the children.
He's like a respectful shader. Like, I'm gonna shade you and I'm gonna say what I gotta say, but I'm gonna do it respectfully.
Like all the shade was to Drake, and so those are kids. So if that child is a secret for a reason, like I could understand like leaving that alone, not necessarily posting the proof of what. But like I said, I feel like the burden of proof at this point is on Drake. Like if you set it up, show that you set it up.
Okay. Look at this. All right, so we halfway through the show already. If y'all just joining us, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Let's get this conversation going. We got Don Trail in the chat. We got Jonathan in the chat. I know Shani in the chat. Thank y'all for joining us. Please get in the chat. We want to hear y'all opinions. Who y'all think won? Is Drake a culture vulture? Is he colonizing? Do they have proof? Or are they just talking their shit on his rap songs? We want to know. Post it in the group. We're gonna move on. I got one more thing I want to talk about, and it's still relating to this topic. I just want to make sure we get everything out or as much as we can. So I'm gonna go and do the screen share, and we're gonna talk about DJ Vlad. If y'all been on social media, y'all know DJ Vlad was in hot water for going back and forth with a professor. So I'm gonna bring up this on Instagram. We're gonna talk about it. I don't know anybody not informed on this up here on the panel. Anybody not informed on it?
I just saw it today.
You just saw it today. All right,
but I read
it. I want to know who wrong.
He apologized.
I want to know who was wrong in this back and forth.
DJ Vlad.
Okay, that's his PR. That's his PR right there. But that's where they started at.
Y'all can read that.
I already know what it says.
Yeah, because I know I got content.
Yeah, you gotta zoom in a little bit, bro. Bro, this is upsetting my astigmatism.
Yeah, okay, I can read it though.
I read it earlier.
So starting out, it says right there, starting out. Kendrick's Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song. I don't know what I know he a DJ, but he can miss me with that part.
Yeah, he can miss me. Right. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that nigga. Crazy.
Don't fuck it up. Hey,
shit. You need to play it just in case.
But then she say, but she had to she went crazy by saying you are white.
Yeah,
this is a black folk affair. What's that part for? What? Why does she have to say that?
You're trying to insert yourself into the cookout and you weren't even invited. That's what she's saying. Like you're
acting like Drake.
What is DJ Vlad?
How? What cookout was we were exactly having when they during this beef? I mean,
yeah. What's the cookout?
Like what cookout? What was to be had? Yams?
Because it's clear that the Not Like Us mix was something ode to the West Coast and the Black culture space in the West Coast and how they do their music and things like that. That's why it hit. And people in the culture understood that. But here you are, a person who is known for a negative connotation within the culture to make these different interviews, having an opinion that clearly if you knew that, this comment would be unneeded because there was nothing wrong with the mix of the song. Mm-mm. And all she was saying is pretty much you are inserting yourself into a cultural thing that you have no business being a part. Like, just keep your opinion to your and step back. It's nothing wrong with just being being quiet sometimes, stepping back and knowing this is just not your time to speak up. And that's just
why does she have to say it's a black affair though?
That's just what that is.
I was saying, but how's a black affair? He's arguing with apparently somebody that's a white, that's not black. So how's this just how's this a black?
No, she's black. She's black.
What?
No. Drake apparently isn't. So
he wasn't black.
He's not black. Nobody said he's not black, and the whole conversation is about you being a culture vulture. So it's a black conversation. Nobody's saying he's not black. What they're saying is he's appropriating the culture because that's not something you particularly came from or appreciated in a certain time. And
how do y'all know that? That's why
you don't know that. And I even say he grew up part of his life was he grew up in Memphis.
So look, the
probably don't know that. However, the people that worked with him, I'm pretty sure the people who've been close enough and worked with him and see how he rolls and different things probably have a little more insight than we could specifically say where he grew up. But
why are you saying what you're saying then, if that's the case? Like you are making a lot of assumptions here.
Why he did blackface?
If he was really within a culture that blackface picture he did would have never even happened because he would have had the right people around him to be like, that was not the move to make. And that picture in itself shows what kind of space he was around when things like that was going on. So it's just like, as much as you want to fight the semantics of stuff, like we don't know specifically what he grew up around and different things like that. There's different things when you're a part of the culture. You just know that the Black experience is vast, but there's just different things within that experience that you can tell whether I can be next to somebody and can tell whether you grew up around mostly white people, mostly white area. How did you feel that experience? Or if you even accepted that experience for yourself, even if you grew up in a mainly area, and if you accept your people.
That's not true.
Or not.
Yams, what type of environment did I grow up in?
What
type of environment did I grow up in?
You could. It's not like
you say you could tell, right? What type of environment did I grow up in? I can tell
that you grew up around Black people.
With the
what type of environment? Okay, expand on that.
I can tell that you were in an environment where you were within the culture. And not only can I tell that, I know that that's how you grew up.
Can y'all elaborate? I want to know what are we talking about when we say culture? What culture are we talking about? We talking about Black American culture?
To be honest, we have people that use Black as a culture. That is an American thing.
Black is a culture.
Black culture is an American thing.
Okay, what is Black culture?
It can branch out.
Yeah,
I never know what they mean when they be saying you're not invited to the cookout or we gotta invite certain white people. I know some cool ass white people in it. Yeah, I'll let them come, bro. Like, but if there was a said cookout, but
it's subjective though. Like Like with the whole you're invited to the cookout. Like a lot of people like Paramore, the lead singer of Paramore. She's a great singer. She's a soulful singer. People be like, oh, she's invited to the cookout. We'll trade her for Gabby. What's her name? The gymnast, because she can't Dougie. Like people have been saying.
Who you said Paramore?
Yeah, Paramore.
Yeah, the group.
Never heard of them.
Oh gosh, better.
You just don't remember.
Okay. I might know the song. I've never.
Yeah, you'll know the song. But yeah, people have said Vlad is a culture vulture. I can understand why they say Vlad is a culture vulture. The reason they say Vlad is a culture vulture is because he'll have all these rappers go on his show. Next you know, they get reported to the feds. Or is at their detriment. He getting all of these numbers, making all this money off of them, but it's not getting reciprocated. But in the case of Drake, he putting them on features and they getting #1 hits. That's on their resume. That goes on their resume. That's good for the culture. That's good for them. You know what I'm saying? That's not a culture vulture when it's two-sided. A culture vulture basically is like a parasite. But yeah, back to this. So y'all saying she right in the way she came off in this?
No, I think
this is a black folk affair. This is hip hop.
No, I think you're completely wrong.
Honestly, I think not only, in my opinion, there was nothing wrong with what she said, but she said it in such a plain term, and he tried to just as quickly demonize it like she cursed him out.
Yeah, it was right to demonize because like why did you have to say that? Why did she have to say you are white?
And all he's saying is it's a bad mix.
What part of this
like the mix?
What part of this is a black person affair?
I feel like
they mentioned Taylor Swift plenty of times. Even Taylor Swift her engineer did some of the mixes. So what part of this is black affair? It's a hip hop affair.
Can we also talk about that? Like Drake tried to insinuate like Kendrick is semi a sellout because he's done a verse for Taylor Swift and from Maroon 5. So like he dropped first. He insinuated that, right? He started that.
I think that was just more of a reflexive to saying that you're talking about me being a culture vulture, yet you're still doing these things for these other white folks. Like,
did he say that first?
How are you any different?
Did he say that first though? Wasn't that in push-ups?
Mm-hmm.
That was before Kendrick even.
Okay. But don't you when you in a war with somebody, you say the stuff before they say it, just like Eminem and 8 Mile. Then they have no ammo.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like they was getting on the Epstein stuff before Kendrick even mentioned it because he knew that kind of like that's where it would go.
But Kendrick's attack though was like he came at him like he was psychoanalyzing him. The fact that Drake spoke on it first, like assuming that Kendrick would, also shows the insecurity in Drake, which is what Kendrick pointed out. Like, do you feel black enough yet? Like you do all these things. Like, do you feel black enough? Like that was him throwing a jab. But one could say Drake started that narrative by even mentioning that. And then the very song that Kendrick did a verse to was the same song that Kendrick did a commercial to singing. Bad Blood, that's the song by Taylor Swift Kendrick's featured on. Yeah, Drake did a whole commercial for that. With that song, singing that song. So it's like he kind of started that narrative. And again, it's all subjective. Everyone has an opinion on it. But I won't argue with the fact that him putting up and coming artists like Lil Baby, hell, even City Girl. I didn't know who City Girls were until they were on In My Feelings. I didn't know who they were. So yeah, he has put on black people artists and risen their careers. But
so you're saying he's the GOAT?
I'm not saying that. Kendrick going hands down. In this space, one could say Drake is winning because, like I said, he's across genres. He's a big star across, not even just in the hip hop space, but across the board.
Yeah, he's mainstream. He's like more of a pop than he is hip hop now.
Exactly.
That's why he compares himself to Mike.
Yeah, but this over, he lost.
Oh yeah, that's two in a row he done lost.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not 2 in a row because it went Pusha T then Meek, right?
Yeah, it was Meek first.
Meek was like 2016.
Back to Back came out before.
Yeah,
that was like 2016.
I think they was right around the same time too, huh? Like a year apart.
Yeah, they were real close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Thunder.
Nah, I think the Pusha T shit was after COVID.
No.
Oh.
No.
Hell nah.
Nah, bro.
Nah, right. No.
He was in Guam. That was like 2014.
Yeah, Pusha T was way. Yeah, that's way.
I was still living in Virginia Beach.
That was like 4 or 5 years before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's like we was in Guam.
Let me go see. I was still in Guam? Nah, bro.
We was on the boat talking about that shit.
Yeah, bro.
In the machine room, breaking it down. I'm talking about
the beef really started when he dropped the album with 7 songs on it. Duppy Freestyle when that came out.
I'm about to look it up.
I feel old.
Story of Adion. Oh, that was 2018.
All right.
Yeah, 2018. So we wrong. So back to back, I know that's definitely 2014 though.
Nah, that was 16. So he was like, "Oh, summer 16."
What back? Oh yeah, it was 2016. Yeah, I'm confusing that with when you him and if you reading this, it's too late.
Yeah, that was like
0 to 100.
That's when I first got home.
That was like college. I feel like. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we was doing that too.
Yeah, but I still.
But anyhow, if y'all just joining us, welcome to the XD podcast. We're gonna be cutting this off soon. I think we done talked about what we want to talk about. Got it off our chest, kinda. I still don't believe Drake is a colonizer, but as far as the child loving and all that, ain't no devil advocate for that at all. At all. I don't want to hear it. Ain't nobody arguing that point at all. It's gonna be all stop when it comes to that. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. We're gonna bring y'all more content. This is gonna be the one and only of this topic. Next topic we're gonna be talking about is welfare, tipping culture. We got to get that out the way. It's been brewing. There's so much going on in America right now with inflation, taxation. We got to talk about it. I don't know
what food right now.
Yeah. God, dog, that thunder hitting. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared.
I mean, it's gonna be coming over here soon.
I think Kendrick about to haunt my house with shit.
Better repent.
Yes, a Kendrick Lamar fan. Carolyn, you ain't a Kendrick Lamar fan.
You fan Kendrick over here.
I know you. You ain't a Kendrick Lamar fan. You can't name one Kendrick song, I bet. Play now. I ain't playing that. You about to give me? We ain't.
No. He said there's no copyright on it.
They're not like us.
Yeah, on the buzzing.
Yeah. So
everything shake. Lex,
bussing.
Why she ain't come up here?
They're not like us.
Like us.
Because she ain't like us. That's why she ain't up here.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. That's what we're going. Any last words?
Play not like
any last thoughts? That's it.
Yeah,
that's all y'all got. Crickets.
Kendrick won.
I'm still a Drake fan. I'll still be listening to Drake.
He's
disappointed though.
Vulture.
Wait, pause. Time out before we end this.
Oh, did he?
Do y'all think Drake set up the whole shots being fired outside of his house to kind of water down this incident right now?
You don't just get somebody shot to water down. So
are you asking, Dontrell? Are you asking which one's better? Like overall, Family Matters is better overall. Not Like Us is the club banger though. That's the back to back of the beef.
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us is the back to back of the beef. The
Not
back
like
of the beef.
I don't even know what Family Matters sounds like.
Right, I heard it once. It was
Really?
I was really, really trying to keep it PG. That's how I started.
Yeah, that's it. Damn.
At first, I thought you said trying to keep it peachy as in the reference to BBL, but that's why I heard that I had to like go back and look at the lyrics. Like, really shit. I'm here what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Black, she ain't got to join.
They're rapping his ass off.
Literally.
Play BBL Drizzy.
Play BBL Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy.
We can sing it. BBL Drizzy.
Yo, how come we can sing it but we can't play it?
Because they're gonna pick up that. This is the beat drop. I think Drake is on everybody's head as soon as they hear that BBL.
And that's the other thing. Now that I think about it, the reason why Drake kind of won in his own right, because he was fighting 20. It was really a 20v1.
Not including his Ghost Riders.
Man, fucking Ghost Riders. Even the Ghost Riders was against him. Daylight was against him too. Come on, man. All the Ghost Riders against him.
But I ain't gonna lie. It seems like you're ganging up on him, though.
And we keep talking about these Ghost Riders like people don't write for each other. Kanye literally had Drake. I wish Drake would always write for me. He does the best. Drake write for people. He has Ghost Riders. Ghost Riders.
We're not talking about those though. We're talking about
reference. Y'all talking about when they talk about the Ghost Riders. They talking about reference tracks.
Hey, look, man.
Come on, man. Look, we gotta lay off that a little bit.
But
but that's the thing about how much of that is actually Aubrey Graham putting a pen to a paper.
You'll never know.
That's my thing.
How many listeners to get to the 755? The world would never fucking know.
But I feel like that's where Drake messed up though, because
he did. But
yeah, because he took all. That's what I was saying. He took off all his.
But you also gotta understand. Look, who are you talking about right now? You're talking about me. I can't even fucking play a video right now. You already know I can't. Come on now.
Why you? I didn't know you couldn't.
Because my internet's trash.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I play that video, I'm probably gonna get dropped from this fucking stream.
Yeah, that damn DSL with
Hey, no Diddy, man. What the fuck, man?
But Drake's numbers didn't even surpass Kendrick's on the drop. So
what does that have to do with anything? That doesn't matter who got the better song.
Does it?
Kendrick just got his
Eminem's the greatest rapper of all time, and he laps everybody.
You said Eminem?
We gonna talk about fast. Kendrick just got his #1 solo on the Billboard.
That's fine.
But I'm saying we talking about stats.
Always talk about
Drizzy blows them out the water. I've never heard of a Kendrick effect. I've heard of a Drake effect.
Because that's from Drake.
Well, it's about to be a Kendrick effect.
Yeah.
We in it right now.
Everybody that go against him apologizes and you never hear from again.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen they did the research on that. I'm gonna try to play it. I'm gonna try to play it just for one time.
You can play the song. You don't have to play the whole video, no.
Right, just play the song.
Where am I just play the song at? I don't got it down.
I don't know, bro. You got set up, bro. I'm trying to make a suggestion, man.
I was gonna say if you have a phone, just let
me know. I'm ready.
Oh, y'all want to play it like that?
It's queued up.
Y'all just don't care about quality.
I'm sorry.
So we judge DJ Vlad for fucking caring about quality, but y'all don't care about quality.
Yeah, where he does this shit at, like in a basement or something?
You fucking sicken me.
He does it.
You uncultured swine.
And I don't know how true it is, but they said the talk to is Darkchild's cousin or uncle, niece.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the girl. The professor.
He produced Darkchild. They're related, and they were saying that's what kind of. Plus, the backlash got Vlad to apologize for what he did.
Good for them. Hold on, I'll play it after this ad. Yeah, fuck you, Panera. You and your supercharged teas. Did y'all ever get one of them supercharged teas from Panera?
Oh,
yeah. You ain't filed a lawsuit?
No, I didn't have any heart issues.
You gotta have heart issues in order to file a lawsuit?
I don't. Nothing happened to me. What am I filing a lawsuit?
You drank it. You can get $2.
I was fine. Really, $2.
Now you done said it on here. So now if you have problems later,
people. I was fine.
Hi. Mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw. Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Kizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Hold on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Yo, how can you be in a club bopping to that? Not a man being called a pedophile. You like, hey, A minor. Whoa. DJ Scratch. Hold on.
Just make sure the girl you with ain't a minor, bro. That's all you got to do.
Hey, girl, I need your ID. I need to see some ID. Even that ain't even enough.
I already know the people I'm with.
God, oh man, I had to fuck up the whole mood. Talking about A minor.
They not like us. 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 They not.
But Chanel, how you not heard Family Matters though?
I've heard it. I just don't care about it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it first.
Part of it.
Y'all biased.
I'm not biased.
I'm biased.
Y'all fucking biased.
I'm a little biased.
Song is cool, but it's just still not better.
It doesn't matter because Drake said numbers wise, I'm out of here. You not fucking keeping up. Then Kendrick dropped 2 number ones on his head.
Talk your shit, Dontra.
Always talk about numbers. So when his numbers are low,
but he only did numbers because of the Drake effect.
That's crazy.
Is it the Drake effect or is it because it's better?
It's basically a Drake feature at this point.
But why does it the Drake effect?
He would not have got those without Drake.
But why does
if he was so beneath Drake, then why did Drake even?
Nobody said he was beneath.
But my
Drake just has
clearly he was a formidable opponent.
But this is kind of like it is certain people you don't beef with, like Drake beefing with Joe Budden. That was wrong. Because people like the underdog people that people see it's not true. Just like when Joyner Lucas went against Tory Lanez, you would think Joyner Lucas would win. No, Tory Lanez fucking won.
But you know what? I think where Drake also miscalculated because he feels like he's so much a part of this that the people he was going to have more people on his side, or he was going to have some of the other people in the culture or the rap business or whoever he worked with that was going to kind of help him. And other than a few opinions here and there, so it wasn't much going on.
Well, so I would argue that if Kendrick was going against, let's say, J. Cole, it wouldn't have got this much traction.
Exactly. And Dontrell, it is.
I think that's the Drake effect in and of itself.
Nobody wants to hear about what's going on in Kendrick Lamar's life. They want to hear everything about Drake, and that's why Kendrick got more numbers.
Well,
they want to get as much information about Drake. They care about what's going on in Drake's life more than they care about what's going on in Kendrick's life.
Well, Drake should have been more cautious about who he told smoke with.
That's not what I'm just responding to what Dontrell said here. He said Drake would have had better numbers. People want to hear what he got to say about Drake.
No, but he should, because no matter
nobody wanted to hear what he had to say about Kendrick. That's what I'm saying. Most of y'all are biased.
He had nothing to say.
Most hip hop people just wanted to hear them go back and forth, right? But then everybody else wants to hear Drake fucking Kendrick talk shit about Drake. That's why he got the numbers he got.
I disagree.
Yeah, but because like you said, if it was Kendrick and J. Cole,
the facts of the matter,
it wouldn't be as big as it is.
Exactly. Drake is the biggest artist. So if you got information that's going against the biggest artist, why you would not want to hear about it? It blows up more on social media.
I don't think that works out because even when Nicki Minaj dropped Bigfoot against Meg, like Nicki Minaj is still gonna get her numbers because the barbs are like that.
Yeah,
no matter if it could be trash because Bigfoot was trash.
It wouldn't be as many numbers as if Meg dropped information on Nicki Minaj. Meg's numbers would do a lot better because Nicki Minaj is a bigger artist.
But I still don't feel like it would have surpassed Nicki's just off of her face alone.
But
I don't see how that other song, the other Kendrick song, Meet the Grounds, that shit boring. Like after one time, maybe two times listening to it, I feel like why would I go back and listen to it?
I don't think
your opinion. That song was art. The menacing beat, the power of his storytelling, the fact that it flowed, it made sense. It's art. It's not as obvious. It's not as simple as Drake, which Drake wins a lot in that category because it's simple. It's hard to understand. Kendrick uses metaphors and double entendres. He makes you listen. You have to dissect it. And
but I'm saying if it's like generally that's like boring. You can see how that sounds boring. Like I ain't trying to hear all that extra.
Your opinion of it.
Yeah, that's my opinion. But why am I going back? I'm not like I'm saying. I don't see how that's a number one song. I can see the not like they not like us. They're going number one because that's a good song. Like overall, you ain't got to listen too hard. You can just listen to the beat. It's good. But Meet the Grounds is that's boring. A lot of them songs is boring. Meet the Grounds, Euphoria. I mean, Euphoria was good. Family Matters, and Not Like Us. All the rest of them, I can hear that shit once, and I'm good on it.
I like art. It could be abstract. I like art.
Yeah, I just don't see how that went number one.
Have too much replay bad. Like some of them do, but it's not like something you keep on your playlist. Like I want to keep on hearing you dissing this man every day, like twice a day or something. It's supposed to
Kendrick. Listening to Kendrick is like watching a Harry Potter movie. Like you're not gonna catch everything the first time you watch it, but the more you watch it, the more you listen to it, you catch stuff, and it's like, oh, I didn't hear that the first time. I personally like that, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, which is why his fan base isn't what Drake's fan base is.
Man, why you look so disappointed?
I mean, that's just not for me, bro. Like I like listening to Young Dolph, but I want to get everything the first time I hear it. I don't want to have to do all that. I gotta listen to it 7 times and then be like, oh shit, that's what you meant. I'm good on that. I like Dolph. That nigga used to just say shit. And I liked it, bro.
Yeah, he was very plain, monotone voice.
Yep.
I mean, I ain't really like him, but
I don't know how charts work. I don't know. But I'm just a regular ass fan, casual fan.
Get your music scientist head ass on up here and fucking explain it to us one day. Please. I'm being aggressive as fuck for no reason. I'm sorry, Don Cherry.
Yeah, I don't know how a song. I thought number one songs is because it got played a lot of times. I don't know if that's not how it worked.
It's first time. It's more so first time plays because it went. How many? It had like 10 million views in the first hour, like first few hours or something like that.
Oh, it got a half a view for me, and then I went back.
And that wasn't because
that shit was boring.
Many views just because it's Kendrick. It was because social media helped too.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about this is Kendrick don't be out here like that. So like after all of this, he could just crawl back in his little hole like nothing happened.
And it's not gonna seem like it's anything different because like that's just what he's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not hearing from Drake is gonna be weird because it's like, bro, you hiding.
But Drake gonna have to have a whole lawyer. He gotta have a whole law team now because these allegations about to. These lawsuits about to drop.
Man, if you don't get in the studio with Lil
Durk, gonna be motherfucking Drake Steen here in a bit.
Drake Steen.
Yeah.
Is it Epstein or Weinstein?
Either one. Shit, both.
A bunch of kids about to pop up.
Graham Steen.
Yeah, he about to be
Daddy.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and end this. Thank y'all for joining us. The XD podcast. That's wrapping it up. Culture Vultures. Thank y'all for joining us. Hope y'all had a good time. We had a nice, deep conversation. My shit is shaking about Drake and Kendrick. Once again, Kendrick won. It's no denying it. Not like us. It's a bop. But you can't. You can't go to the club and play it. But yeah, final words. Go ahead, y'all. Final words. No rebuttals.
If Drake don't get in the studio with Lil Durk in them and just drop some other shit, bro, let's move past this. Let's forget this happened, bro.
All right, next.
We passed it.
Yeah,
I think my favorite bar that Kendrick said was the Sexy Red bar.
Yeah. You stand next to Sex Red, I bet you see another bad bitch. Yeah. Oh, crazy.
This is very true.
Yeah, Euphoria. Yeah. Darnell?
I ain't gonna lie, like, shut your whole ass up next to Bronx, nigga. That was funny as hell. I was dying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. I was dying loud when I heard that, bro.
Hey, Kendrick, and he did what he needed to do. And that's that. Yes.
I gotta get going, though.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro. Y'all
peace. Hey, don't leave. Y'all don't leave it. The Yams left.